In June 1984, a military operation known as Operation Blue Star was carried at Golden Temple in Amritsar, India, one of the holiest shrines in Sikhism. Now, this operation was ordered by then Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi to remove Sikh militants. It was led by Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, who had fortified themselves into the temple complex. Bhindranwale, a separatist leader advocating for a creation of Khalistan, had gained significant support among certain sections of the Sikh community with their fiery speech. The militants had stockpiled the weapons within the temple and were all prepared for a confrontation. The operation began on June 1, 1984 and culminated in a major assault by the Indian Armed Forces on June 6. It resulted in heavy casualties and severe damage to temple complex, including the complete destruction of the Akal Takht and the historic Sikh library. Official figures suggested around 400 people, including 87 soldiers, lost their lives, but Sikh group insisted that the actual death toll was in thousands. The aftermath of this operation deeply scared the Sikh community, to be particular. It led to the assassination of Indira Gandhi by her Sikh bodyguard later that particular year, which in turn triggered anti-Sikh riots across India, leaving thousands of dead and countless others homeless. Now, the controversy around Britain's role in Operation Blue Star has been a recurring topic of discussion, particularly among Sikh in the United States. Recently, Tanmanjeet Singh Dhesi, a Sikh Labour MP, has demanded an independent inquiry in Britain's involvement, urging the Liberal government to investigate the Conservative regime under Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. Dhesi alleged that a previous Conservative government has attempted to suppress the truth about their involvement. He highlighted the trauma inflicted on the global Sikh community and emphasized the need for transparency to address this particular issue. The suspicion of British involvement emerged back in 2014 when journalist Phil Miller uncovered declassified UK government documents revealing that Britain had actually responded favorably to India's request for assistance before the operation. The documents indicated that a British Special Air Service officer had visited India in February 1984 to advise the Indian government on counter-terrorism tactics related to the operation. Labour MP Tom Watson claimed that these documents showed that Thatcher's government approved the SAS officer's visit and had prepared a plan for the operation. Following these revelations, then Prime Minister David Cameron ordered an internal inquiry. A report prepared by Cabinet Secretary acknowledged the visit of British officers, but they described the role as purely advisory and limited. The report stated that the UK government's assistance was limited to offering advice on tactics, but that no British equipment or manpower was actually involved in the matter. It also highlighted that the advice provided by the British officials was not implemented in the operation. Indira Gandhi's letter to Thatcher about the operation reportedly did not mention any British assistance. Now, despite these findings, suspicion remains, specifically among British Sikhs. Many believe that Thatcher's government involvement was more significant than officially admitted and argue that it prioritized bilateral relationship with India over the concern of the Sikh diaspora. Barar, the Indian Army general who led the Operation Blue Star, has categorically denied the British involvement in the planning or execution of the operation. However, calls for an independent inquiry persist, with many Sikhs demanding accountability and clearer understanding of the extent of Britain's role. Now, this issue highlights the complex counterplay of international relationship, political decision, and the long-standing impact of Operation Blue Star on Sikh community. For Sikhs, the operation is not just a historical event, but a source of enduring pain and mistrust, both within India and the diaspora. As the demand for transparency grows, the question whether Britain's role will ever be fully uncovered or not remains constant.